This is wild. So it is the evening of night 29 or day 29. You will recall on day 28 we were trying to save the month and we saw a lot of rotifers in this tank, and this tank was very cloudy. This tank is now essentially clear, or about as close to clear as we could have hoped to get. I'm not sure if it shows in the camera just how much clearer it is than it was before. I mean, there's still some cloudiness in the tank, but nothing like what it was. In fact, before you could barely see in the front side, and now you can see the front side is, visible. Now you can see I got an extension tube for my camera, so hopefully we can get some nice zoom-in shots of the rotifers and see what's really going on in here. Wow! Wow! Look how many there are! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's insane! Wow! Holy cow! Well, they did what we asked them to. They ate all the cloudy bacterial water, and holy cow, did they reproduce in there. That's insane. That is insane. Look at them go. Wow. So they cleared up the bacterial water. Let's see if there's still bubbles on the top. And yeah, so there is still protein on the top of the tank. Maybe slightly less than before because the bubbles aren't making it all the way to the edge without popping. So there's less protein on the top of the tank, but still a protein issue. But holy smokes, that's a lot of rotifers. Thousands. Thousands upon thousands. Just in that square inch. Oh my goodness. Wowee. Now we gotta look at this guy just to see if they've cleared up. Okay, and so we'll just show. Okay, so the bubbling is. Let's see how the. Oh, okay, well. These guys still. Okay, still a lot of protein on the tops of these tanks. And, yeah, unclear if the rotifers are blooming in here or not. We'd have to. Well, actually, no, the rotifers are clearly doing well in this one. So yeah, these two are blooming too. They're just behind schedule. I would say this one's probably doing a lot worse. The coconut oil jar. It's doing a lot worse than the glass jar, which is actually doing decent. But nothing like the main baby tank. Holy cow. The cloudiness got cleared, and it's just flooded with rotifers. All right, let's see if we can get a good footage of it using the extension lens. Yeah. And we can call this month an enormous success now. Now I've got to try and save and split all the rotifers in that tank somehow. I have no idea how I could possibly harvest that many rotifers and get them in a place while still keeping the baby tank the way I want it. But, oh man, what a great problem to have. Okay, so I'm a little overwhelmed and don't know what to do here. I have an overabundance of rotifers in here that I would like to prevent from crashing because they've all eaten so well that they've cleared the cloudy water out of this tank, and the only cloudiness that is left is from the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of rotifers living in this 10-gallon tank. Now I'd like to take them out of this 10-gallon tank, or at least 20% of the water out, and reuse those rotifers somewhere. I think the best place to reuse them is directly in this green tank, though the Big Kahuna has had very bad performance, and I'm wondering if the green throws them off in some way, like they think it's algae or something, and they're not able to find the correct algae or something. But one easy way to save a lot of this water, or save a lot of this rotifers, and the rotifers are the water because I can't separate them currently, is to just take 3 or 4 gallons of this water and put it directly into here. And then just start feeding it the TW1800 and yeast and keep them alive, essentially. Maybe double the water volume again. Another way to do it is to take a gallon or 2 out of this and put it in here and then start feeding them there. But yeah, I really don't know what to do. I'm a little overwhelmed and very excited because I want to save as many of these rotifers as possible, but it's kind of insane. Um, yeah, but we can say our experiment was a huge success. Putting rotifers in cloudy bacterial water causes the rotifers to clear the bacterial water right up. Isn't that a fabulous experiment outcome? In 2 days, essentially. Well, no, truthfully, it took a week. It took a week when you consider that I first added them in there, I think on day 20, and now it's day 28. Or no, I first added them in there on day 19, and it's day 28. So the rotifers reached a critical mass where they were eating more bacteria than the bacteria could produce in the tank in 10 days, essentially. 9 days. So isn't that fabulous? So I think the plan tonight is to grab as much of this rotifer water as I can manage out of this tank, and put it into here, and maybe even into a new container, because it's nice because we can see them in here. This is currently filled with just fresh salt water, so I'm going to put that salt water back into this thing, and then yeah, at least we can save like 4 or 5 gallons, which is almost half the volume here, and try and keep it going. But wow, what an incredible outcome! What an incredible outcome! Just for fun, just because I'm so excited here. Let me just do a live demonstration of how many rotifers there are in here. Look how quickly they appear in the light. We didn't have to wait at all. They're already there. The distribution of them is so massive that no matter where I put the light on, I don't need to wait for them to get there. They're already totally flooded. This is insane. Look at this as I pull out. Wow. Thousands of them. Swimming healthily.